is my beautiful wife.
My beautiful wife.
Mwah. And today we're having Passover dinner. This is pretty typical Passover dinner that people will have around the holiday. This is matzo ball soup, for sure, it's the best soup ever. This is, pancakes from matzo. And this is...
Filter fish.
Filter fish. And matzo, I forgot to bring... Start eating.
I am. Don't need special invitation.
Yeah, I had to bring in. This is matzo. This comes in these packages here, and throughout northern, like United States of America and Canada. And this is how it looks. You see, it's like, I don't know, like
dry thin cracker.
Thin cracker. People love to put, chocolate spread on them. Yeah. Or do some like matzo ball soup. I'm making meal out of it, and I'm making those dumplings out of this one and those ones. Actually, this is very good. Yeah, nice. Per se, this is basically eggs, water, and the matzo. This is basically egg, water, and matzo.
That's about it.
And this is basically fish, egg, water, and matzo. Yeah, I just was laughing with her. It's like gefilte fish. It's like everything here is very much blend. But this is the idea. The idea that we are celebrating, not exactly we, but Jewish people in general, celebrating the Moses when he came out of Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Red Sea. And led the Jewish people 40 years in the desert.
Yeah, so this is how they left, and because they left in a hurry, they didn't have time to make proper bread, and the bread didn't time to rise. And they made those matzahs out of the bread and ate it throughout, desert. So for 7 days, kosher Jewish, who's, observant Jewish, that we are not, doing it. And this is the best grape juice that I have ever tried. You need to, on Passover evening, you need to drink, I think, 4 cups of wine. And for babies like me, it's like juice and
sparkling water
together. That's how I drink.
Cheers. And for babies like me,
because
that are allergic to grapes, just sparkling water, if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
But if not sparkling water, then water. Yeah. Oh, this is so good. And if you ask me where the kiddo is, well, he's sick. He's all stuffed up and he can't be in the Mok-bang. No. So the only thing he ate is he was eating his soup with matzo balls. That's what he loves. That's what makes him better. But the word Mok-bang made him cringe, so...
We're not going to touch him today.
No, so he's not. He's so stuffy, it's just not going to happen.
It's not kosher for Passover. I'm not going to bore you with all the laws and rules about kosher for Passover. This needs to be very special thing.
Oh.
Yeah. There are so many rules and regulations about this that
I don't even know them. So thank you for not boring us. She knows.
Oh, I know, but it's important. Like, this is not kosher for Passover. So basically I couldn't drink it for now, but I wanted just to show you how it's done.
And how much she loves it.
And I love it. Another thing, probably it's not the full meal. You will have salads and main dish and some meat for sure. Anything but anything that done with plain flour or with bread and yeast. And you can't use flour as well during this time, only matzo meal. That's why everything is with matzo.
It tastes delicious though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We love them chicken soup with matzo balls.
Thank you, Anya.
You're welcome.
So yeah.
I need another one. I know you will.
And people ask like, why we are like, are you observant? Is Jewish can eat pork or anything like that? And we always answer, you know what? There are so many different Jewish, like Christian. Some Christian are very observant and very religious. Some are a little bit less.
Some completely not.
Some completely not, and some identify as a Christian anyways. And yeah, in North America, anyhow, identification, it's more like religious or not. Like if you're Christian, you probably will be religion. In we identify as Jews because, interesting enough, it was more like race. Because when we were born, and I told it already, but maybe for people that didn't listen. When we were born in Ukraine, and it was still USSR, and I think until these days, it calls in our passports we had race line. And when you have race line, it's not religious. It's not because religious was forbidden in Russia, but it was definitely, we were definitely Jews, and it's like it was definitely hard to be one because you couldn't get to all the jobs, or people want really
A lot of discrimination, basically.
quite a lot of discrimination just over this fifth. It's called fifth line. So basically, you couldn't get rid of being Jew. So even if you converted to Christianity, it doesn't make you Russian. You still was Jew. So yeah.
Yes, it's very complicated. Basically. So we're definitely not following
Religious.
No religious, not following really anything. We do the holidays the same as we do
Bunny.
bunny holiday, the Easter hunt.
Yeah.
This is so good. The same as we do Christmas, the same as we do
Hanukkah.
Thanksgiving, and we do Hanukkah.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate whatever, as long as it's fun. Keep life simple and fun. Fish is lovely.
Lovely. You like it? Nice.
So good. Yeah, so I'm not stressed about kosher, non-kosher. Well, I'm not stressed at all. Religious, not religious, whatever.
That's a lot of people ask. So why you're telling like that you're Jewish and not atheist, or like, or don't say anything. Like, so where are you from? Because in USSR we didn't consider to be Russians actually.
No.
No.
Funny.
And this is
Horseradish.
Horseradish, and again it's Polish horseradish, and it's not proper kosher.
And it's so good.
Yeah, and it needs to be like, in order to be proper, you need to prepare your house, you need to clean everything from the flour and bread, and it's very long and
Stressful procedure that we've never done.
ever.
And hope we'll never have to do. I refuse. No.
No.
But I actually consider ourselves spiritual. But then how do you go and explain that you're celebrating Passover as well?
Yeah. Yesterday actually we went to celebrate Passover,
Exactly.
and we were very. It was nice.
It was lovely.
It was lovely.
Luckily Ariel was okay yesterday.
we started the day in Crystal Mall,
Yes.
and we celebrated the lunch with
Chinese food.
Chinese food.
Yeah, that was very
How typical of us.
yeah, that was awesome.
It was great.
Totally
Then
enjoyed
we
it.
drank bubble tea.
Oh,
The best bubble tea that we drank
the
in
best
a long
bubble
time.
tea. They made it to order, so we could modify how much sugar we had inside, and oh, it was so good. And then we went to celebrate Passover.
And one thing that I will tell, and I need to tell it, how disappointing it is, after 10 years, there were actually 2 bodyguards that was on the
Security
guard on the entrance. Never been in Vancouver, it always was very peaceful.
Yeah, it's event for a couple of hundred people normally. And this rabbi gathers Jewish people to celebrate Passover. Yeah, and we're coming, and he's like, "How can I check your bags?"
Like in Israel.
And we're like 2 guards were like, "Oh, great." 10 years later, here we go. How sad is that?
It was that because last year in Vancouver, in some Jewish community
There were
events,
threats.
there were a couple of threats. So they started with I think it was one of the it was music concert or something. It was some concert, and they started it, and halfway they had to evacuate all the people because they got a couple of emails of threat of bombing inside. And
So this year we're like, oh,
oh,
how sad. We tried to escape that, and 10 years later,
it's got to us.
yeah. Obviously it's not Israel, but still kind of not pleasant.
Yeah. There were 2 young men,
Yeah.
polite and wonderful, but still it was not nice.
No. No, not nice. Too bad the world has to be like that.
So
People
bad.
just live and let
live.
live and just, don't worry about
Just because like
different beliefs or whatever.
couple of hundred people decided to come together and to celebrate Passover, and,
I know, right? Such a big deal in 21st century. Wow. So good.
Isn't it good?
I'm enjoying.
Me too. It's like not. This food we make food. This is basically soul food, yes, because my grandmother made gefilte fish. Now most of the people
Don't bother.
don't bother. I do bother once a year, mostly.
Unless you buy it in a jar. Actually, funny enough, I haven't seen it in a jar. When we bought the matzah, I haven't seen the gefilte fish in a jar.
We bought
Maybe they were sold out.
probably. We bought a couple of times gefilte fish in the jar, but I still know how to make them. And,
But it was too sweet. Like, they're good, but too much sweetness.
green. That's fine.
Oh.
Look at me. Awesome. 1 and 1.
You can have both of them. I'll eat half of this one.
Okay.
Anyway, so people need to
Yeah.
less judgment, more acceptance, and you can believe whatever you believe. Just don't put your beliefs on others.
Yeah.
Don't bother to be mean to others. As long as they're not hurting anyone, what's the big deal?
I know. I know. It was a nice event, actually.
Should be simpler.
We enjoy these types of events because actually it was our real idea. We never celebrated like officially. I always made the food, but we never like celebrated. And one year he asked us maybe we will go somewhere, so I found a couple of places.
Well, we always
we
told them.
chose-
We told them there's an option to go. Would you like to do that?
Yeah, we always
Because
suggested.
we always suggest. We. Then one year he said, "Yeah, let's go."
Yeah.
So we're like, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah. So that's what we do.
So good.
Such a simple meal. And such, you can understand how much it's poor man's meal with those matzahs that usually made from water, salt, and flour at home.
Actually, can't say that matzah is very cheap.
No, it's not cheap. Yeah, because you're not making it at home. If it would be flour, salt, and we would make it at home,
No,
it would be awesome.
I'm good.
Me too.
You're kidding me.
In order that the matzah will be such as flaky and such a thin, you need machine for this one. But yeah, I
My
tried.
poor hands, come on.
I tried homemade matzahs though. They were more,
The Mok-bang. Thick cracker.
thick. If not cracker, like thick. I don't know, wood pulp something thingy. Yeah, I think we'll finish for
Yeah,
today.
so-
Let us know what you're celebrating.
Yeah.
And
They're happy with everybody celebrating.
Yeah, happy whatever you're celebrating. Like someone wrote me a comment. I shared that we were celebrating with Chinese food, and someone wrote, "Oh, it's like Good Friday. How come you eat meat? It's not okay. It's not." And you know what? I really didn't think about it. It wasn't like from malicious to offend someone, because it was that usually Passover and Easter Friday never fall on the same day. Very rarely.
Are we not supposed to eat meat on Good Friday?
Yeah, we're not.
Oh.
But oops.
Oops.
But we ate meat.
It was
in
very
Passover,
good. And now-
in Passover we eat meat.
Seriously, as we said,
We
Whatever.
didn't know it. It wasn't malicious or anything. So we just shared whatever we actually did
yeah, we'd still eat meat.
yesterday.
We
So-
don't observe really anything. We will celebrate this. We'll celebrate Easter. We celebrate, as I said, different holidays.
Chocolate bunnies.
Chocolate bunnies, yes, with the eggs, all wonderful.
You know that I saw kosher for Passover chocolate bunny eggs?
Well, you see,
Yeah,
that's
so
what
that's
means going with the progress,
Doing whatever.
good business. But yeah, so we really don't observe anything. We'll do whatever, eat whatever, whenever. There is no restrictions on us, so not personal. This is just us. We'll celebrate whatever, but we don't observe.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
But sorry if I offended someone with this post on my Instagram and on my stories, like in YouTube. It wasn't.
That's our
it's just-
story, though.
Yeah, it's
Not to
our
offend
story.
anyone.
Yeah,
Our story,
it
our
was
life.
story. That's we.
Has nothing to do with anyone.
So yeah, and see you next time.
See you next time. Yeah, please subscribe, write us a comment, thumbs up, and share, love in life. And remember, go towards your joy and do something fun every day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.